Okay. Hello, sir. Good day. So I am Crystal Jen and Matibay, and I will be presenting the two subtopics of the beat writers. And actually, sir, before we proceed to the main topic of our group, I will just give you a short background about the beat writers or the beat movements. And my topic was the beat movement and the beatnik, sorry. So before I proceed to the presentation or to my main presentation, sorry for the very dark camera. Wala po akong magandang camera, sir. And yes, so it seems like I'm working with a very dark room. But okay. So anyways, to start, here is the beat movement. So the beat movement, a new poetic movement, emerged in Francisco after the World War II. So it was a movement that did away with the formalism of traditional verse and ideology. Sorry. So the writers in the Beat movement not only rejected traditional poetry, but they also rejected the capitalistic and materialistic pictures of American life. So instead, the group of the heart of this movement, known as the Beat Generation, championed freedom and the expression of free flowing thoughts and ideas. So incorporating the use of drugs, new ideas about sex and sexuality, and the experimental nature of jazz music into their work. So basically, the beat movement were like it is a movement of a one group which is also called as the Beat Generation. So, yung Beat movement po ay, sila po ay isang samahan ng mga manunulat na kung saan hindi nila finalo yung traditional way of writing poets and poems and literary pieces na nakasanayan nila after the World War II, which is yung American life na tinatawag nila uh, na meron ng influence of the American culture and tradition. But in beat movement, parang dinisapprove nila, nireject nila yung idea na to copy and to follow the things that people in that time ay parang nakasanayan. Parang nirefuse nila na to follow that kind of idea na yung mga ideas ng poetry nila or ideas ng mga literary works nila ay itutuloy or like if-follow pa rin nila or still connected pa rin sa American life. They disagree with that. Instead, pinalo nila yung kanilang mga gustong gawin, gustong ideya na gustong masunod when it comes to writing a poetry. Talagang sinunod nila yung mga sarili nila at parang nagkaroon sila ng freedom na to express your own feelings, your own ideas, na hindi nakabase sa kung anumang tradisyon o kultura na nag exist nung panahon ng after ng World War II. So, 1950s, itong panahon na ito ay nag-exist noong 1950s wherein 1950s is the most defining movement of or in 20th century wherein television sales were like became famous. Ano? So parang nung panahon na ito, parang kasi after yung World War II, wherein yung mga tao is inaano nila yung sarili nila eh, parang tinutulungan na nila yung mga sarili nila na makabangon. And yung mga panahon na ito ay unti-unti nakakabangon na at nagkakaroon na ng iba't ibang teknolohiya na kung saan ay unti-unti umusbong ng mga panahon ito. So, yeah, just like what I've said, it is where the Americans recovered after the World War II. So ito nga panahon na ito ay parang talagang pabangon na sila or bumabangon na sila mula dun sa giyera na naranasan nila. So, yeah, this time parang nagkakaroon sila ng dahil nga um, nakita ng mga writers na kumbaga na parang nakakalaya na sila, unti-unti nakakabangon na sila, and parang ni-refuse na nila na to use and to follow kung ano man yung nakasanayan at hinayaan na nila yung sarili na nila na to express their own feelings. Just like what I have mentioned right there in the description. So, gumamit na sila ng iba't ibang theme, just like the drugs. And, we know drugs, it's very illegal for others, for other countries. And yes, new ideas about sex and sexuality, which is before, is hindi na pag-uusapan sa kanilang bansa. Ano? So, kasi nung during the World War II, hindi pag-uusapan yung mga ganitong bagay. But, after the World War II, pinag-usapan na nila. Kasi nga, naramdaman na nila na, uy, malaya na sila, ganyan, malaya tayo, ganyan. And yeah, they have the right to talk about it and to use that as their context or concept in their works. And yeah, there is the experimental nature or jazz music into their works, which is before is hindi din naman sumikat or hindi din naman nagamit or like hindi din naman nag-exist. But because natapos na nga ang World War II, nagkaroon na ng iba't ibang konsepto when it comes to writing para sa mga authors or writers sa beat movement. Okay, so I hope you understand the beat movement. To continue, here is the beatnik. Okay, the beatnik in the 50s and 60s, beatnik could be any young person who was foregoing the conventional dynamics of society in favor of a more radical lifestyle centered around art, intellectualism, and self-expression. So during this time, beatnik is all about the those who young persons or young people, no. Ito ay mga miyembro ng mga kabataan noon na parang may gusto silang ipaglaban through their written works or art or literary works wherein doon nila in-express yung feelings nila, doon nila in-express yung mga nararamdaman nila, and doon nila naramdaman na malaya sila. With those works, na-express nila yung mga ideas nila na kahit bata pa sila, ay meron silang mga ganung ideya. So, pasensya na po sa background, medyo umulan po kasi. Yes. So, during this time, 50s and 90s to 60s, if you were like young people na parang gusto mo gusto mo magsulat ng mga konseptong may malalaya. May mga malalayang konsepto, you can join with me. Wherein, ma-express mo yung feelings mo, matutulungan ka na mag-grow through literary writings. So again, in conclusion with my part of the of this report, which is the beat writers. Okay, so the beat movement was important. It's because it ushered in new ideas of like what art could be, and what it could be there about. So the beat movement or like sought to make art and literature accessible to common people, not just the rich or well-educated. So during this time kasi, dahil nga natapos na yung World War II, parang nagkaroon na ang lahat ng kalayaan na hindi lang para sa mga mayayaman ang mga pribilehiyo na dapat ay lahat naman talaga ng tao ay dapat ay nakukuha at nakakapagkamit, ano. But during this, the World War II nga, ano, yung mga literary works kasi, it's like for the privileged people lamang, ano, sa mga mayayaman lamang, sa may mga pera. But because the World War II ended, nagkaroon na ng kalayaan ng mas maraming uri ng tao na maka-achieve at magkaroon ng boses through literary works. And I think that would be all. Is that would be all? Okay. So, okay, in addition na, okay, members of the movement were also influenced by Zen Buddhism and Native American culture, focusing their work on a back to nature approach and encourage people to see themselves as part of the world rather than acting separately from it and thereby bringing them closer to one another. So just because the World War II happened, ano, nagkaroon kasi ng parang barriers through the people. Ano, kasi nga, nagkaroon ng traumatic experience within the people. Na parang yung World War II, yung nag-cause ng something na magkakos sa mga tao na ma-bother sila. Ano, parang nagkaroon sila ng trust issues within their surroundings na, yeah, they set boundaries to themselves na um, parang nahiya sila na to have their voice or to speak out, ano. Kasi, kasi yun nga, World War II ay parang ano sila, nagpulong sa kanila, nagpulong sa kalayaan nila na magsalita, even through writing. Okay. So, yes, that will be all for my part, which is the beat movement and beaten. So I hope I explain it very well. And for this part, the beat generation, it will be discussed by Miss Lima Declarar and Miss Jane De Guzman. Beat generation and beat writers for Miss Lima, beat poetry and conclusion to Miss Jane De Guzman. And additional, the picture behind this slide, this one at the back, it's some of the members of the beatnik. So as you can see, they're young people, just like what I have mentioned in the description of beatnik. So again, I'm Crystal Jenna Magtibay, and this is the beat movement and the beatnik. Thank you.